Coming up on Hampton Roads Business Weekly, we'll show the ways business owners should be looking at workplace diversity, plus making downtown Norfolk more vibrant. And lace up your running shoes as we introduce you to the Entrepreneur of the Week, next on Hampton Roads Business Weekly.
I'm Zach Miller, and welcome to Hampton Roads Business Weekly, a look inside the local business community. First up is a segment we call Innovation 101. I sat down with Dr. Gary Oster with Regent University School of Business and Leadership. We talked about workplace diversity and how it can actually be used to spur creative ideas. So workplace diversity is very crucial and key to innovation. Let's just define workplace diversity first.
Typically, Zach, when we look at diversity, we are looking at maybe racial diversity is one, but that's very important, but it's not the only thing. We have to have diversity when it comes to backgrounds, to genders, to experience. You know, there's so many, age is another important one. There are so many different things that figure into this, and there's key reasons for us to have that diversity. It's not just because it's the right thing to do, right. It's also profitable for companies.
I think what's interesting is you said it's not just about race like people normally would say. It's about their backgrounds, their experience, and age. How do you take all those things and put them together? Because I think that's probably the struggle with it.
It is a struggle, but it's a worthwhile struggle.
Sure.
We typically look at people who are experts in accounting or law or whatever they're experts in, manufacturing, whatever they're experts in. More and more companies are looking at what are the hobbies that people are involved in, what are all the other things in their lives.
Sure.
Where have they traveled, different things like that. And are pulling those type of people in because since they have other experiences, they have different viewpoints. And that's one of the great things about the diversity is that you can get different ideas from people because they have all these different backgrounds.
Sure. One of the other pieces that you mentioned with diversity is in backgrounds. And so
quite true.
People before would always say background is I went to whatever university or college, or I have experience because I worked at this company for 3 years. What other types of things have you seen as to what background is really meaning today in 2015?
Well, it's a much broader view. One is hobbies, where people travel to, just even political opinions.
Sure.
If everybody is a clone in an organization, you're going to have a very thin line of ideas.
Sure.
Whereas if you have a variety of people, there's a lot more foment, there's a lot more going on, and yeah, it's true that there might be a little smoke coming out of people's ears, but at the same time, they're coming up with good ideas.
So as from the hiring perspective, go check out those Facebook pages, see what the likes are that people are doing, invite them out to maybe your company outing and see how they incorporate those experiences into the business life. We'll stop on this one last thing. A lot of people talk about long to hire, quick to fire. Mm-hmm. And when you're trying to innovate, why is that kind of mindset to hire someone and take it a long time to hire them, and then when you see things that are bad, to let them go? Mm-hmm. Why is it so crucial in innovation to make those kind of decisions?
Well, for one thing, I don't think it should be long to hire. I think you can tell if a person's on the same page with the values of your company, you can train them in many other areas.
Sure.
Okay, but they have to be with those same values of your organization. I don't think it takes as long as we're taking. And to be frank, many of the tests that we give to employees aren't really successful. I like to take prospective employees and have them drive me across town during rush hour. Because if they're yelling at other drivers and they're really unhappy, they're probably going to get frustrated with other employees.
Right.
So sometimes it pays just to do other things with them to see exactly how they respond.
So put them through hostile environments to see how they're going to interact, so that you make sure that you're not going to have that type of interaction.
Let them show how they respond to life.
Great.
Coming up on Hampton Roads Business Weekly, making downtown Norfolk more vibrant. Plus, later in the show, promoting your business with Instagram. We have tips on how to get your products and services to your followers.
Welcome back. What makes a business inviting to customers? Obviously, a killer product and great customer service is key, but equally important is how your business looks. Having an open and inviting storefront, a creative signage, graphics, or window displays all play a huge part in setting up a unique and inviting ambiance for your customer. And the City of Norfolk agrees. The Downtown Norfolk Council, in collaboration with local digital agency Grow, has started a new initiative called Vibrant Spaces, designed to create new, energetic, and vibrant businesses in downtown. I met with Drew Unvarsky, the owner of Grow, at Field Guide Restaurant in Norfolk to talk about the plans to make downtown more vibrant. All right, Drew. Vibrant Spaces, it's your new initiative. How'd you come up with it?
Well, I think it was kind of an extension of this idea here at Field Guide. If you've never heard the story, we had some extra space in Grow, and we said, let's create a space for a new business downtown. We don't need the space as much as downtown needs another vibrant contributor. We said, well, if you could come here and show us the best neighborhood idea, we'll be the best landlord you ever had and give you 3 years of half off rent. And Field Guide came of that. And since then, we've been thinking, how do you scale that? How do you take it, make a bigger impact? How do you get more people involved in it? And so Vibrant Spaces was that.
Love the concept. I love that you guys are giving people with ideas and concepts that want to grow or start that platform to do that.
Yeah.
How long have you been working on it?
We've been working on it for almost 6 months, pulling together a committee under the Downtown Norfolk Council and kind of trying to figure out a strategy, get a lot of public input, and really rally stakeholders around the idea.
So you got a couple of partners. You said DNC,
Yep.
Grow. Who else, and kind of what is the role of each partner making this happen?
So it is a Downtown Norfolk Council-led initiative. I'm a board member on the organization and pulled together a committee to look at this thing. Grow really has taken the lead in terms of figuring out branding and marketing for it, and trying to leverage some of the credibility that we have even at a national scale to draw some attention to it.
So it is a grant. Each location, those landlords are not investing into those companies. It's strictly a grant.
That's right. Yeah. So 6 spaces, $20,000 for each business that goes into the space, plus half off rent for 2 years to those businesses. And then for businesses that are already downtown, there's $60,000 in matching grants. We just say, if you can create more vibrancy, and we'll show you a little bit of what that looks like, but you tell us your best ideas, we'll match grants for that.
What does vibrancy look like to you?
Vibrancy is a lot of things. You can see a lot of it on the site, vibrantspaces.com, but essentially we say buildings that open to the storefront, that sort of bleed the activity in and out of the street, activating sidewalks, being a well-designed business, and really being a business that embraces new ideas. Don't just be a standard business. Don't just be a restaurant. Don't just be a pet shop. Embrace new business ideas and activate people in ways that they haven't seen before.
Why personally, and then as a company, why do this? Why not just focus on your business? Why give back? Why try and build other businesses? Why do these things?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, part of it is philanthropic. Of course, we want to create more good things around us, but it is good for business. What is good for our people is good for business. What's good for this place is good for our people. And so this is the same challenge that we've got, I think, as major companies, small companies all around us have, is how do we keep and attract the best talent possible to this region? And we're undergoing as many kind of ways to create more culture and more excitement in the city that will do just that. Yeah.
Last question real quick. Is there a business that you want to see go into one of these spaces? Do you have that idea to do that?
There's all kinds of ideas. We heard it from the public. I mean, what am I most excited about? I'm most excited about seeing ideas I've never heard before, whatever those end up being.
Super thankful for what you guys do here. It's absolutely incredible.
Likewise,
and Vibrant Spaces is an incredible platform for people, and keep up the great work.
Cool, thanks, man. Vibrantspaces.com, check it out.
Lace up your running shoes. We have the Entrepreneur of the Week next on Hampton Roads Business Weekly.
It's time for our Entrepreneur of the Week. With this segment, we shine a spotlight on local business owners to learn about the problems and pitfalls they may have faced and the advice they have for other business owners. This week, we talked to Jerry and Amy Frostick of J&A Racing. They talk with us about the importance of having a passion for what you do.
We want to be large enough to have that wow feeling, but small enough that we have a hometown personal feel to it too.
All right, we're here with Jerry and Amy Frostick of J&A Racing. Thanks for being with us today. Entrepreneurs of the Week. Congrats.
Thanks.
So tell us a little about J&A and how did it get started?
I guess 1996 we had a running triathlon store, Final Kick Sports, and I always did the Shamrock Marathon because it was a big race in the area. And the owners approached us about taking it over. And we figured, how hard can this be? And little did we know how hard it was.
Sure.
So we agreed to, and
Look at us now.
yeah, then that's kind of how it
14
started.
years later.
So you've talked about how difficult it was over the years to get there. What are the top 3 things that were the most challenging over the years?
You know, obviously we learn every year. So narrowing it down to 3, you know, it's forming a team. You know, it started out just Amy and I. And for it to grow, where not just Shamrock, we've added 5 other races and run 55,000 runners through Hampton Roads a year.
Wow.
And it's finding employees and managing employees that share really that same passion, that it's not a job. And we've been very fortunate through the years that we have a crackerjack team that we could not do it without.
So finding those team members is so important. How is someone that might be in that growth stage of going from a couple employees to a bigger company, how do they kind of vet the teams so that, or potentials to become team members?
Some of them are friends. Some of them are, things that we've posted and interviewed. But actually, a lot of them are just word of mouth and friends that we knew were excelling in their jobs and had a passion for running. And that's part of the battle right there.
Passion is important. I think what's really cool is the tagline, which is
Live, love, run.
and you got to do that to do it.
You do.
Right.
Anything else that was really challenging throughout the years?
You know, we are fortunate that our races sell out. So I think controlled growth is a big one, where we really never set out to be the biggest. We wanted to be the best.
Sure.
And it's how do you sell out? And we want to be large enough to have that wow feeling, but small enough that we have a hometown personal feel to it too. So, you know, we do turn runners away because we don't want to be mega huge that it turns into just a corporation and we lose our touch.
Quality over quantity.
100%. 100%.
What about tips for entrepreneurs? What are a couple things, Amy?
I would say, we started with passion. So have a passion for what you do. Have fun. Enjoy every day. You know, we go to work and we laugh and we play games and we have fun with our employees, and everybody works hard. We don't really say you need to be here at this time, you need to leave at this time, this is how much vacation you have. We hired employees based on their own integrity and their love for the job and what they're doing. So if they want to mess around for a few minutes, we're fine with that because we know they all work hard and deserve it.
Congratulations for you guys being Entrepreneurs of the Week.
Thank you very much.
And
Thanks
we'll
for
talk to
having
you guys
us.
soon.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Next on Hampton Roads Business Weekly, Marketing with Instagram. And we debut our new segment, Local Changemakers.
Let's talk social media. Each week, we'll focus on tips and trends you can use right now for your business. This week, the ins and outs of Instagram with Hampton Roads Business Weekly's social media expert, Naoma Doraguzzi.
Thanks, Zach. This week I want to talk to you about Instagram marketing. It's not just a fun photo sharing social network. You can actually use this for business and get more exposure. Yes, it's going to be about photos, but there's ways that you can get traffic back to your website or blog. First off, in your profile, you do have the option of putting a link, and you can change that as often as you like. So if you're running a contest or a giveaway or want to promote a specific blog post, you can put that link in there. Now, a lot of your analytics aren't going to show that these traffic is coming back from Instagram, so I would use like a Google goo.gl or a bit.ly link, so then you can track that and monitor the Instagram traffic that you're getting. Ask your followers and your fans questions. Another good tip that you can use is add a hashtag. Don't use more than 15 hashtags in a post. You don't want to spam them, but things that are relevant to the content that you're posting. So maybe post some behind the scenes, post a product or service that you're offering, but again, be engaging, have fun with it, and then follow those hashtags that you're promoting and kind of build back on that conversation and other people that are posting on it. Don't forget to share your followers and fans' content because they like to see that you're listening to them as well. And that's about it for Instagram marketing. Thanks, and back to you, Zach.
Thanks, Naoma. There's a lot of great business meetups and events happening every week here in Hampton Roads, and here's a few that you should check out. You can find more at hrbusinessweekly.com. Now, we'd like to unveil a new segment, Local Changemakers. We want to feature local businesses that are giving back, spending time and resources to affect change here in Hampton Roads. This week, our local changemaker is Tysinger Automotive Group. Each year, Tysinger sponsors Dining Out for Life, a charity event supporting Access AIDS Care. Our newest Hampton Roads Business Weekly correspondent and Bonfire Magazine CEO and publisher, Del Scheitler, was at this year's Dining Out for Life. Take a look.
Hi, this is Del with Bonfire Magazine. We are here at Audi Hampton, and we're meeting with Denise Tysinger and her son Blake with Tysinger Automotive Group. They are this week's local changemakers.
My name is Blake Tysinger. I work here at Tysinger Automotive Group. I work with my whole family. My younger brother is a Hyundai sales rep. My sister is our internet business manager. My mother and father both cooperate to run the company. Mom helps out around the office and does a lot of important title work on a lot of new vehicles, and my dad runs the show.
Hi, I'm Denise Tysinger with Tysinger Automotive Group in Hampton. Tysinger has been a part of this community since 1926.
So that's roughly 88 years now. We'll be the third and fourth generations running Tysinger at the moment.
Tysinger has a commitment to giving back to our local community.
Something that's been really important to us is making our home here in Hampton a better place.
I think our philosophy has always been when you can, you should.
So Dining Out for Life is a really cool event. Access AIDS Care gets together with a bunch of local restaurants. Last year we participated with The Point at Phoebus, and I think we raised some of the most money in the entire community. It was a fabulous event. A lot of people turned out. We had a great time and helped a lot of people in the process. This year, me and my mother will be hosting at The Point in Phoebus. It's an awesome restaurant, farm-to-table food, delicious. It's really kind of a secret gem of our community. So I encourage everyone to go out and try it.
This is an important night. We're here with the Tysingers, and Caleb, we've seen some really great people coming in.
So much fun. Good people having a bunch of fun, eating really good food.
So I'm standing here with
Joshua Stivers, owner of the Point of Phoebus.
So now we were talking about the fact that this is one of the best reasons to come out to Phoebus. Tell us about opening up a restaurant and being here in Phoebus.
We were drawn to Phoebus just because of the historical value of the area, the quaint village feel. It was like going back in time, like a miniature Ghent, if you're familiar with Norfolk.
Yeah.
So it was a big push for us when we opened the Point to be part of Dining Out for Life. So last year was our first year being open when we could be a part of it. So immediately we reached out to Access and went ahead and registered for Dining Out for Life. And 25% of our proceeds tonight on Dining Out for Life go to Access AIDS Care.
You'll also have an opportunity to donate at the table with an envelope provided by Dining Out for Life. And Tysinger will be matching all our donations at The Point in Phoebus and Six Little Bar Bistro up to $1,000.
This is one of those reasons why you absolutely want to support locally owned businesses, because of business owners like this that give back. They find an opportunity every chance they can to give back.
Last year, Denise Tysinger offered to be our ambassador. Mark and herself did a phenomenal job. huge turnout last year, so we reached out to them early this year to ask if they would be our ambassadors once again.
We really believe in Hampton Roads, particularly in Hampton and all of the causes here. And we're just excited. We think this is a very worthwhile thing to do.
Just the feeling that you get when you're that successful in giving back to the community is just a really good feeling.
Thanks so much for everyone who was able to contribute. Have a good night. I'm a professional, okay.
Access AIDS Care is a community-funded organization that aims to help support patients of and families of patients with HIV and AIDS. It's not a disease that you die from anymore. This is something that you live with, and with a little help from the community, these people can lead normal lives.
There really isn't an easier way to give back. I mean, you invite your friends out, and Denise actually helped me understand that you invite your friends out. It's basically a dinner. You pick a location, you work through the Access AIDS Care. There's a website, diningoutforlife.com. If you go on there, you can find out more about the program. You can see what restaurants are already listed, and or just make a phone call and simply say, hey, I want to do a Dining Out for Life dinner with my friends. And so it's a win-win for everyone.
And that's it for this week's Hampton Roads Business Weekly. You can find the show on Facebook and Twitter at HR Business Weekly or online at hrbusinessweekly.com. Tell us what you think of the show. And tune in next week. We'll be joined by our new co-host, Cheryl Tan, plus show you how businesses are innovating by moving beyond the cubicle space. Don't miss it. For Hampton Roads Business Weekly, I'm Zach Miller.